Hello, dear friends. I am Gopi Derwalia. Today, I am going to deal with this topic Dadaism as an art movement. This is my personal information. These are the topics introduction, what is Dadaism, the ideas of Dadaism, and Dadaism as an art movement, and then conclusion. Introduction. Dada was an international art movement originating in the early 20th century. It created absurd, nihilistic, and sometimes incomprehensible art. Dada blurred the lines between visual, performance, and literary arts. It was led by artists like Hugo Ball, Marshall Duchamp, and Sophie Tobel. Its legacy shook the art world and quite possibly changed the definition of art itself. What is Dadaism? Dadaism began with a group of artists and poets who were associated with the Caber Voltaire. Hugo Ball and Amy Hengix found this political performance space on February 5, 1916 in Zurich, Switzerland. This is the picture of Hugo Ball and Amy Hennings. Though it closed soon after, this space was pivotal for the inception of the Dadaist movement. Cabaret Voltaire held spoken word, dance, and performance art shows. They were experimental and relatively strange, breaking artistic norms while trying out new forms of poetry and movement. These experiments would come to be known as Dada art. The term Dada is said to have no meaning at all, much like the art itself. One could argue having no meaning carries meaning, but that is for another discussion. A possible origin story claims that artist Richard Hullensbeek slid a knife into a dictionary and hit the term Dada. This was a colloquial French term for a hobby horse. Others believe that the name came from the shoot a baby makes, connecting to the childlike absurdity of the movement. Dadaism emerged at a time of great stress and change in the period during and after World War One. It emerged in Zurich, the peaceful dead center of the war at the Cabaret Voltaire, and through intellectual contacts and minor publications spread to Paris, Berlin, and New York. Birth of Dadaism. Dadaism quickly became famous because it often adopted directly provocative tone with its audience. In fact, insulting the audience was a common practice. Many great artists and thinkers fireband faced intellectual resistance in his attempt at radical innovation in thought and epistemology. He responds with irony, cynicism, and humor. For him, Dadaism meant humor and an inability to be differential to concepts and ideas that had gained a life and a seriousness of their own. The ideas of Dadaism. There is three ideas of Dadaism. First is spontaneity. Spontaneity was an appeal to individually and violent cry against the system. Romanian poet and performance artist Tristan Zara wrote that literature is never beautiful because beauty is dead. It should be a private affair between the writer and himself. Second is negation. To a Dadaist, negation meant sweeping and cleaning away the art establishment by spreading demoralization. Morality, they said, has given us charity and pity. Morality is an injection of chocolate into the veins of all. God is no better than bad. Cigarette butt and an umbrella are as excellent as God. Everything has illusory importance. Man is nothing. Everything is of equal unimportance. Everything is irrelevant. Nothing is relevant. Third is absurdity. Everything is absurd, everything is paradoxical, and everything is opposite harmony. Zara's Dada Manifesto 1980 was a resounding expression of Dadaism is an art movement. The Dada exhibition at the National Gallery of Art in Washington D.C. and presents some 400 articles, paintings, sculptures, and film, and also sound recording by more than 40 artists. The show, which moved to New York's Museum of Modern Art, French painter Marshall Duchamp later joined the movement and became essentially its most articulate spokesman. Duchamp challenged the motion of art and the confidence within which it excited by presenting the world with a urinal taken out of its natural environment and presented as a sculpture piece, the fountain. A series of paintings, sculptures, and collages from the Dada period, which rebelled against the dominant political and cultural narrative. These are the main Dadaists and their paintings: Marshall Duchamp, Raoul Haussmann, and Jean Earp. These are the paintings of Marshall Duchamp, Fountain and LHOOQ. Fountain. Marshall Duchamp was the most prolific artist of Dadaism, and he was associated. He also associated with Cubism, Futurism, and early conceptual art. This is a very famous painting of Duchamp, and it's representing a major shift in the function of art in society. Second most famous painting of Duchamp, LHOOQ, created from an expensive postcard of Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa. The piece features elements of satire rejecting the aesthetic of high art. Second is Raoul Houseman and their famous paintings. The first is the art critic. Houseman, a leader of Dada movement in Berlin, he was also an expressionist artist. His poetry was known for being especially provocative. Houseman's ardent criticism of the superficiality of the art world. A series of magazine and newspaper photographs, and including some downs. We can see that in this picture. Uses of newspaper, photographs, magazine, and also drawn elements. Second is the mechanical head. The mechanical head. It was also a famous painting of him. It was crafted from a hairdresser's wig dummy, a ruler, a pocket watch, a wallet, pieces from a camera, and other found items. The sculpture thus questions all precedent depictions of intellectualism and depth, showing the subject only as it related to the superficial material world around it. We can see that in this picture, uses of a pocket watch and a wallet and other things. Jean Earp's shirt front and fork. Jean Earp, also known as Hans Earp, was a German-French painter, sculptor, and poet. He was a founding member of the Dadaist movement. Shirt front and fork is part of a series of painted wooden relief sculptures that Earp crafted in the 1920s. The fork on the right is easily identifiable, while the form on the left represents the front of a shirt, but also resembles a large tooth or a human face. The piece represents Earth's stylistic shift between periods. In conclusion, in short, Dada is a response to the world when all the usual methods have broken down. It is the recognition that dinner party conversations, Hollywood blockbusters, and Silicon Valley are not how life actually is. This is a false reality and order. And so the Dada movement expressed itself in absurdity. Zara, the closest you get to a Dadaist philosopher, put it like this: like everything in life, Dada is useless. Dada is without pretension as the life should be. Dada rejects all systems, all philosophy, all definite answers, and all truth. Dadaism also dispelled exciting notions of typography and design layouts with its order, paving the way for design as we know it today. These are my work citation, and thank you.